Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for a very exciting and special video. So, a lot of you will know me and the homie Galan, we go way back. A couple years ago when 6 stars finally reached their maximum. This was predating Ascension. Ascension didn't exist at this time. We were getting rank 5 6 stars for the first ever time. I got a gem, class gem, got a cosmic one. And I didn't go Hulkling, I didn't go Hercules, I didn't go Cosmic Ghost Rider. No. I went with my guy, Galan. I love Galan, dude. He's finally coming out as a 7 star. You guys know I had to make some content. So, I'm going to be doing a full-on showcase with the 7 star here. I'm going to be showing you guys a damage guide difference as well, comparing the 6 star to a 7 star rank 1, rank 2, rank 3, and then getting into a bunch of fun gameplay with Galan at rank 3. Before we get into any of that, though, just something I want to touch upon is if you guys ever do end up getting a Galan as a 6 star or a 7 star, from the upcoming Titan update, this right here is his ideal SIG level, 120. Because if you take him up to 120, you see that first green number, 2.5. These are rounded up. So at SIG 200, that goes to 3. But at SIG 120 here, it's 2.51, rounded up to 3. So, yeah, SIG 120 is like that sweet spot for Galan. All right, let's go ahead and get into some of the numbers. Some damage comparison here. So, up first here, we have the 6 star. This is what Galan has been capable of doing ascended for quite a while, which is, pretty solid. 281,000 damage. Let's just watch that again real quick. Drop the hammer, Mr. Galan. 999 harvest, absolute max, 281,000. Alright, now let's break out the 7 star rank 1. Let's see what a 7 star rank 1 Galan can churn out damage-wise. And he's clocking in at 223. So, he's lacking. But, this is just a rank 1. But 223, that's where we're clocking in. It's just rank 1. You pull a Galan, you max his level, that's what he's going to be capable of outputting. Alright? What about when we take him up to rank 2? So 7 star, rank 2 Galan. Boom, we get a big increase. Goes right up to 280,000. So a rank 2 7 star Galan is essentially matching a 6 star rank 5 fully ascended Galan in harvest damage. The 6 star is actually slightly, ever so slightly ahead. So that means to really make a meaningful upgrade to your Galan, he's going to need to go to at least a 7 star rank 3 level minimum to actually see returns. So, let's see, is it worth it? What is a 7 star rank 3 Galan capable of? So this is how I was attaining max harvest, just building up to special 3 against Winter Soldier. The harvest on the special 3 gets increased by about 200. Great special 3 animation as well, love to see it. Galan, his animations, his character model, his staff, chef's kiss. The art team just nailed it, bro. So boom, we're getting up over past 800. We're gonna drop this 999. All right, guys, what is it gonna be? What is that maxed harvest number? Boom, 345,000 damage. That's a lot. That is a very, very sizable increase in damage. That is worth it. That is absolutely worth the complete rank upgrade. So we're going to compare all of these numbers in a second here, and then I'm going to do like a full-on Winter Soldier kill, playing him with the Lagacy rotation. But yeah, here I made this little graphic here so we can take a nice gander at all of the damages. So again, a 6 star max harvest output is churning out 281,000 damage. Rank 1 Galan, 223. And so it goes from 223 to 280, which is about a 57,000 damage increase for max harvest. So 7 star rank 2, 280 compared to the 6 star 281, very, very close. Let's just call those basically equal. But then we go from rank 2 to rank 3, and we see such a massive increase. We see a 65,000 damage increase on that maxed harvest. Over 65,000. That is more than I was expecting. And, you know, if the 65,000 damage increase trend continues, that could mean that a rank 4 7-star Galan would be capable of a 400,000 max harvest detonation, potentially. I don't know if it's going to quite scale that high. It could be like 398 or 397 or 399 or something. But, man, it makes me really want to see some 7-star rank 4 Galan gameplay. If it's over 400,000, dude, it'd be pretty crazy. So there is our trusty little Galan guide graphic for his harvest damage. All right, now let's go ahead and jump straight back up into the gameplay. So we're going to go for a Lagacy rotation. So what is a Lagacy rotation? So this is a rotation I came up with Galan in Battlegrounds quite a while ago. And essentially what you want to do is build to your special 2 first, drop that, then go for a special 1. So that is what we're going to be doing against Winter Soldier. You know, trying to get that incinerate damage and get those intensify buffs building up. You know, just a pro tip when you're playing Galan, you want to stick to medium, light, medium combos, because that is how you build your buffs up on those specific moves. The first and second medium, and the first light attack. The second, third, fourth light attacks don't do anything for building up those buffs. So boom, now we drop the special 2. You can see it did about 170 something thousand harvest. And then here we build up. Little 3-hit combo, a couple more hits, and then relic, and then the auto free heavy, and then the instantaneous special 1, and that is Winter Soldier in the bin. That is the Lagacy rotation, and it is clocking in sub 1 minute on Winter Soldier here. Also, I love Galan's victory animation. Just take a bite out of a planet. It's fantastic. All right, now we're going to go ahead and jump into the CCP test map, and we're going to have some fun with Galan. So, you know, a new defender that has appeared in the contest, you know, from Galan being an irrelevant 6-star to now, is Sentinel. You know, Sentinel is a brand new defender in the tech class that is definitely causing some issues. So I was very curious to see, all right, well, how does Galan really interact with Sentinel? And it seems pretty good from my limiting testing so far. Seems like a very, very solid Sentinel option. So right now, again, we're doing the Lagacy rotation, building up to that special 2. All right, we're going to pop that. Because kind of my goal here, ideally what I want to make happen is to push him right around 20% and then be ready for my special 1. So right now, that is working. He's almost at that 20%. Once he's at 20%, he's going to trigger 3 armor ups. And boom, I immediately get 150 planetary mass. And I'm ready with the relic and the special 1 to instantly just kill him. So I think that was the second time trying that fight. The first time, I didn't really have things lined up so well. But if you can line up the ending of that fight well, Galan can absolutely be a pretty solid Sentinel counter. If you use those 3 armors at the end, it's just kind of a guaranteed way to kill him. You're golden. Next fight I wanted to showcase, this is just probably Galan's and probably the most crazy matchup in game, Viv Vision. So, you know, you just hit Viv Vision with about 2 combos and then max harvest and she's dead. So max harvest achieved in about a 16-second fight. You know, not too bad. Quick 345,000 damage, 13 seconds, sorry. Excuse me. 13-second fight. All right, up next, we got some Omega Sentinel. You know, any fight where the opponent is able to build armor, Galan is almost guaranteed going to be very good for. There's one big exception to that rule, though. That's why I said almost. And the exception is Mr. Future Ant-Man. There's not going to be any Future Ant-Man gameplay in this video because Galan sucks for Future Ant-Man. Future Ant-Man was kind of built as a tech champion to counter Galan. And he does with his damage caps. So right here, I made a little bit of a mistake. Got hit by Omega Sentinel Special, but it's all good. So right here, what you're about to see I'm going to do is just spam my light attacks, about 4 light attacks in a row, just to give her some more armor, just to give me more mass, and to kind of guarantee that my harvest detonation kills her. So, yeah, Galan, tremendous option for Omega Sentinel. Quick 36-second fight. Next up, I want to show you guys this Red Skull fight. So I also screwed up in this fight. So I'm going to show you. This was just the first attempt. It was faster than the better attempt, 39 seconds. But I lost some health. So I was like, let's run that fight back real quick. This one was a bit weird, just because Red Skull's spacing after the special one. I need to dash back twice with Galan, it feels like, instead of just once. So that's all. It's just a little bit of a spacing issue. But here, I think this time we got it under control. The fight's just going to be a little bit longer. But that's why I wanted to show the first one, just to show that it could be a lot faster. So, yeah, just kind of taking my time here against Red Skull, fishing for some light intercepts. There we go. And I'm trying to not activate my harvest. I want to go for another little Galaxy rotation, I think, here with the special 2. So here, yeah, just chilling. Gonna wait out the auto block. Alright, and then fish for some light intercepts again. There we go. Trying to fish for a heavy or something here. Or here, I'll just bait it. Come on, there we go. So here we dash back an extra time. Then drop the hammer. I'm just going to wait out the auto block. Just do a couple more hits. Just build up the harvest, little teeny tiny bit more. And here, trying to heavy. Into special 2. He can't auto block that. And, oh, he's just dead. Didn't even need to go for a special 1 or anything. Nah, he's just dead. So, yeah. And then, like I said, that one was longer, about 55 seconds, but much cleaner on our finishing health. All right, next up we have Shuri. So Galan is a very, very good option for Shuri. The trick here is you just need to, get her up to her 10 charges and then spam her block. Because every time you hit her block, she's trying to gain a passive armor up. Not trying to, she does. So, each one of those, Galan gains 50 of his mass. So just farming that mass. The only problem is now is that I need to get into the harvest. So I need to activate a heavy attack. But if I can't parry here, and if she throws a heavy, she's gonna go untouchable. So I was like, crap, man, what do I do here? I was like, should I try to build up to my relic? And here I just end up dropping the special 2, but I'm not in harvest. That would probably have auto killed her. No, it absolutely would have. I don't think she had 300,000 health. So I would have guaranteed killed her, but I just need to get into the harvest itself. There we go. We started the harvest, and now she's dead. So that could have easily been like a 20-second fight. If this was Battlegrounds and we already started with our striker at like 50%, would have gotten there a lot quicker. But still Shuri down in under a minute, super duper quick. Alright, next up we have Penny Parker. So this is another just absolute textbook matchup for Galan. And this is a weird fight because for like the first time you can just kind of play into Penny's abilities, which is usually a negative thing. And what I mean by that is like getting auto blocked by her on purpose. So you're going to see here, I want to get auto blocked. So I'm going to hit into her and boom, she auto blocks me here. It's fine. You can see I take no damage. It's not a big deal. And you can see as we're hitting her block, we're already at 750 mass. She's going to auto block me again. Good. Now I'm at 999, and this is a guaranteed kill. Like, that's the really nice thing about Galan, is if I maxed my harvest, I know for a guaranteed fact how much damage I have. It's 345,000 damage. Going into this fight, I saw that Penny's max health was, I think, 299,000. So boom, 299. So I know the moment I go into this fight, if I can build a max harvest, she's guaranteed dead. That's just a really nice thing about Galan, is just knowing when you have enough damage to kill your opponent. Before you even go into the fight, you can know what number you need to get to in your harvest, and then just guaranteed kill. It's nice. It's really nice to have that information, and it really comes in handy in all kinds of matchups. So next up we have Iron Man Infinity War, and so I pretty much played this non-optimally, and it wasn't on purpose, but I'm glad it happened, so it can really show you that even worst case scenario, things go bad against Iron Man with Galan, it's fine. So here we're building up. You see each one of those armor passives giving us harvest. So here I'm at 700. I'm like, is this going to kill? It doesn't kill. So now this is a terrible position to be in. I have no harvest right now. I'm not near a special. Like, crap, what do I do? Right? He's in his power gain mode. Right? So I'm going to hit him one time. That's going to give him the armors. It gave him 8 armors. So boom, that's easily enough for me to activate a harvest now. So boom, I activate and harvest. Here, take some block hits, get another heavy. Here, he's at special 3. It could be over if he throws it. But I get my heavy off, I get my special 1 off, and that is guaranteed over 100,000 damage. easily 41-second fight. Like, Galan is just so freaking good, dude. He's so good. All right, guys. Last tech fight I have for you is this arcade here. And then we're going to do some non-tech fights. We're going to jump to the mutant class. We're going to fight a Mr. Sinister and then an Onslaught. Because Onslaught kind of came out when Galan wasn't really getting used so much. So I was kind of curious, how Galan would do against Onslaught. So we're going to check out that matchup as well. But yeah, Arcade here, just pushing him to Special 2. I really don't like fighting Arcade personally. But yeah, Galan's not like anything super special or crazy against him, but he can definitely do the fight. So here, just bait out the Special 2. We ended up getting a double perfect block right there. And then just go for a little parry heavy. Alright. And then here we're just doing some combos. Pop our Special 2. And that did some great amount of damage. And then here I was thinking about, trying to get into another Harvest. But not needed. The Incinerate's taking him down, and yeah, Arcade is dead, so not too bad. And all these fights are to simulate what a Battlegrounds current matchup right now would look like, not accounting for 7-star rank 4 inflation, but at the current level of 7-star rank 3s, which is what Galan is at, a rank 3 in this video. I'm not able to take anyone to rank 4 currently on the content creator program beta, but once we are, Galan's probably like the most interesting one for me, because I just want to know how much damage does he make it to 400,000. That's really the question. Will he get there? But now changing gears to this mutant fight, Galan's pretty good option for Mr. Sinister here, because Galan, Mr. Sinister, you don't want to be using champs that crit a lot. Galan really doesn't care about critical hits at all. All of his damage is guaranteed, mainly in the Harvest, so you can just guarantee that damage. It's really nice. So I did go for a little Special 2 to start, just give him some Incinerates, then I made sure to watch his power so he doesn't bounce those back onto me as degens, because that absolutely could happen. Yeah, another 3-hit combo into a Relic, into another couple hits, drop this. I thought I was dropping a Special 1, but we ended up throwing a Special 2. Sometimes Galan's power is supposed to be locked to prevent him from that happening. I don't know what happened there. Maybe the concussion messed with it or something. But still, Mr. Sinister down under a minute, full health. Pretty good, pretty damn good. But what about Onslaught? The most powerful champion in the game currently, other than Deathless Thanos. How does Galan do here? Deathless Thanos would be another interesting one. I don't know how the protection would be interacting with the Harvest. Be interesting to test. Yeah, I wanted to see how we do against Onslaught. So here we go. Bait out his first special here. Then I'm looking for an intercept. He's not coming at me, but we catch him dashing back. Here we have the crush charge active. Just gonna throw my special one just to ditch some power. When you're unable to go for the Lagacy rotation for one reason or another, here, if we apply Incinerates to Onslaught, that's going to be very, very bad. So we obviously don't want to do that. So here, I just need to kind of dump my power. Dump those special ones, because I don't want to get too much power. And then here we throw the first Harvest, 635. It's not the most. And yeah, it's not enough to kill. But it did do a lot. It did a lot. Takes him down to like 10%. Couple combos, one Relic. And that's enough to kill an Onslaught, dude. It's pretty good. It's very good, taking down a rank 3 Onslaught in under a minute, 56 seconds for a rank 3 Onslaught. Dude, rank 4 Galan, honestly, might be the play. I'm a little tempted, dude. Honestly, I'm really liking him. Oh, I missed Galan. I missed you. He is incredible as a 7-star. I think he translates really well. Again, we'll pull up the damage guide once more. So yeah, if you're getting yourself a 7-star rank 3 Galan and you already have a fully maxed out 6-star, you're getting about 65,000 more max Harvest damage attainable to you, which is pretty good. And yeah, very curious to see how that scales if it hits 400k. Yeah, so I was going to go ahead and wrap it up for this 7-star Galan showcase. Full damage guide from ranks 1 to 3 compared to the 6-star. And a bunch of different fights showing you how versatile he can be and just how punishing he is against champions that gain those armor ups, whether they're buffs or passives. So that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this Galan video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, I'd really appreciate a like, rating. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great, wonderful day. Peace.